What's good, everybody? It's your brother Mad Black, the most dangerous and the most toxic black man on the internet. The brother who told you not to be on social media, degrading and tearing down your people, but you did it anyway, and now no one's there to come to your defense when you're killed by the other folks. And I am black up in your face again with some more pro black commentary. So, a very interesting story has come across my news desk here, and it is a story of a black man named Telvin Osborne who was killed by his white girlfriend and baby mama, Hannah Cobb. So apparently, what happened was they were out partying like they normally do, and they got home. They were both kind of drunk. Hannah Cobb claims that all she was doing was cleaning off her guns, that she was just cleaning the guns. The gun went off and it shot Telvin in the chest and killed him. All right. So this is another one of these accidental killings by these white females and their black boyfriends. So we have a situation where, this black man is dead, and of course his family, they want some investigation, and they want things to be looked into, obviously, now their relative is dead, because originally this white woman, Hannah, was not charged with his death and his murder. They kind of labeled it as an accident, but his family pushed for it and social media pushed for it, and now Hannah Cobbs is being charged, I believe, with manslaughter at this point. So we're going to see where that case goes as time goes on, because it's just really just getting started at this point. We'll see if the prosecution even keeps to the charges. We'll see if she does any type of real jail time, and we'll see where this goes as time goes on. All right. But let me just say this before I get on to the rest of this video. My condolences to Telvin's family. It's got to be tough losing a loved one in this way, and I don't wish that on anybody. All right. Here's the caveat to all this. All right. And that is that Telvin Osborne was one of these black males that like to get on social media and degrade black people, especially black women. Okay. He was one of those type of Negroes. So just like Stephon Clark, you remember him from way back in the day, he had a baby with some Asian woman, and he would get on social media 24/7 talking bad about black women, and he was eventually murdered by the police, and no one wanted to come to his defense because it was obvious he was a Sambo. Likewise, you have people like Christian Opumseli, who was with the white OnlyFans model, Chloe, and they got into an argument, and Chloe wound up killing him, and come to find out that he also would get on social media and attack black people and black women specifically. So now we got another one, another Negro, and like I said, his name is Telvin Osborne, but he went by the name of Telbo Rackins on social media. And if you go look up some of his posts, I mean, he just had one zinger after another of coonery and buffoonery when it comes to talking bad about black women. Okay. And, the thing is, for me specifically, when I talk about these sorts of things, I need black men to understand this. Go ahead and be with whoever you want to be with, okay? Because obviously I can't stop you. Obviously I can't talk any sense to you when it comes to you choosing your mate and choosing to be with someone outside your race, okay? Go do that, all right? And if you're going to go do that and be as peaceful as you can be. But the problem comes in is when you do nonsense like that and then you use that as your opportunity to tear down your own people. You use that as an opportunity to attack black women. That's a problem. Okay, that's a big problem, and I don't like it when Negroes do that. This goes for Negro males and females. Now, I'll say this: it seems to me, anyway, when I do these types of videos about divester females who involve themselves in these types of relationships and they degrade their own people on social media, the divestors don't like that, and they get those videos taken away or taken down. Because I just had one recently that was pulled down off of this channel, and I had to transfer it over to Patreon. But you have these black males who do the same thing, and it seems like it's okay to call them out, but it's not okay to call out the females who do this type of stuff. But as far as Telvin goes, or Telbo Rackins, as he calls himself on social media, I looked up his social media, and I looked up a lot of the pictures and the things that he said, and this dude was disgusting, in my opinion. The things that he was saying about black people, because he did say some very degrading things about black women, but he seemed to have a problem with black people. Like, all his pictures was just like him with a bunch of white folks, or, it was him and his white girlfriend. And every time, he never missed an opportunity to, even if he was just taking a picture with his white girlfriend or his baby mama, he would go out of his way to degrade black women. You know what I mean? Like, and when you do stuff like that, you can't expect me to want to fight for you later on. When something bad happens to you, or, you wind up being the victim of the same women that you praised, you can't expect me to want to run to your defense. All right? And I wouldn't expect any black people to run to his defense. Now, there are some people out here right now trying to make this story all about black women, trying to act like it's black women's fault that this Negro is dead. Like they're blaming black women and the fact that they looked up his social media and found out that what type of a bootlick and buck dancer he was, and what type of a bedbuck he was, right? So there's a lot of black women who are not coming to his aid, and there are some even laughing or making fun of what happened to him. Now listen, I'm not going to be one of those people that I'm saying good for him, or that I'm happy that he got killed. It's a tragedy that he got killed, but it's very ironic that the woman that he praised so much, the woman that he put up on a pedestal, is the one that took his life, right? Because he spent a lot of time. I mean, a lot of time. Like, when you got to think about this. Like, when you go out of your way to attack black women, like, you would think that if you've left the black community, right, and you got all white friends, and you got all white girlfriends, and you got a white baby mama, you would think that you would just stay over there, right? Like you would think that if it's so good and so great, you would just stay over there and be happy with that. But the fact that you would go out of your way to attack black people while you're doing that, that makes it hard for anyone to even want to care what happens to you. You see what I'm saying? And that shows you have a sickness. It's beyond self-hate at this point when you do stuff like this. This is why we get on a lot of these divestors and bedbucks. It's because of the mentality that you have, to where that you would go out of your way to attack your own people like that, right? And like, he said some egregious things. Like, one of the worst things he said that everyone's passing around is that he would rather have sex with a dog than have sex with a black woman. And it better be a white dog and not a black dog. He said that on social media, right? And he would say other things like, black people need to get it together. And, he's thankful for his little blonde blessing, referring to his white girlfriend and baby mama. She must not have been that great because he didn't marry her yet, But he says, like, when people see me, I might have a ghetto name, but when they see me, just to let you know, I'm really white. Like, saying stupid stuff like that. That shows, like I said, it wasn't just the fact that he had an issue with black women. He had an issue with black people and being black himself. And he was one of these Negroes that like to, hang around in cowboy hats. Now listen, I live in the South too. I live in the South. I live around a lot of country folks. You're not going to see me out here just because you live in a certain area doesn't mean you have to be out here in a damn cowboy hat, cowboy boots, and running around with a dusty white female. Because this woman was dusty. This woman, Hannah, that wound up killing him, she was dusty. And that's the funny part a lot of you Negroes do. You criticize black women for all these different things, right? You call them ratchet. You hate that they wear tattoos. You don't like that they have children outside of wedlock. But then you'll go ahead and get a white woman who does the exact same thing. You know what I'm saying? You talk so much mess about black women and their shortcomings, but then you'll go get a white woman that has the exact same issues. They'll be baby mamas. They'll have tattoos on their body. They'll be ratchet. They'll be poor. They'll be ghetto acting. Like this woman has videos of herself in the club throwing dollars around or whatever, acting like a complete jackass. But it's okay because it's Becky, right? And this guy, he will say on his social media that he was a Snowbunny lover and Snowbunnies forever. Saying ignorant stuff like that, basically trying to get a rise out of black people and black women. Well, now when your life has been taken away and there's a reason to do some investigation into what happened to you, now you're depending on black women to help you because obviously his black female family members are the ones out here now trying to get some attention for his case. But they're not going to want to run to your defense and run to help you in this case because you spent so much time attacking black women. And I'll say this to family members like this, like if you're a family member of one of these types of Negroes, you need to talk to them. You might need to pull them to the side and say, hey, listen, you can't be talking about your people like that. Like you can't be talking about us like that. Tell them that, you don't, if you want our help or you want, black people to ride for you later on, don't be talking about us like that. You know what I'm saying? You might need to do some sort like a, excuse me, you might need to do like a coon intervention or something like that to stop these Negroes from doing that. Get the drop squad to get them or something, right? Because these fools, they basically wind up burning down the bridges of all their support that they would get in this type of situation. Now, basically, no one cares. And in fact, there are people out there laughing at him. The fact that, he got this white female and he put her on a pedestal and said she was his everything. And she used to write little weird stuff to him, too. Like, there's a post where I guess he or she had made him lunch. And on his sandwich bag, she wrote, I love your penis. It's like little weird fetishized and stuff like that. So it's basically like he was like a fetish for her, right? And now she's taking his life. I wonder, did he have like an insurance policy or something like that? Because, this needs to be investigated to see what's going on. But he's definitely not going to get any support from the black community. And a lot of you black males who do this type of stuff, I be seeing you out there. I see you out on social media, on Facebook and Instagram, talking about how much you love white women and how white women are the best. Okay, Negro. Okay. Just be aware if something happens to you and your white woman is to blame for it. Don't expect black people to run to your defense. All right? So you guys let me know how you feel about this in the comments section. And this is definitely a story that we will watch. We'll see how it goes in the legal circles as time goes on and see what the truth is as to why this man lost his life. Anyway, Mad Black, and I will be back with my foot on a devil's back.